What's up, guys? As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit congested right now, so recording this will be just fun and dandy, won't it? I don't know why I said that. Anyway, this video is a little bit different. It's kind of short, and that's because it's just me talking over some gameplay, so it's a little bit different than my usual videos, but, yeah. So, you probably saw the title, The Truth Behind Brawlhalla, and don't worry, I'm not going to go into some sort of conspiracy that Foda is going to be the new legend or whatever you guys are talking about on Twitter. Rather, today's video is more about the state of the game, and more specifically in response to what happened with Winter Championships. So if you don't already know, Winter Championships went down on Sunday, and it was pretty surprising, to say the least. And if you go on Twitter right now, for the past, I don't know, 24 hours or so, it's been pretty upsetting to see the things that people are saying, and I agree with a lot of things that are being said, because they're true. So I thought I'd vocalize that, because although I complain a lot about this game, and my next video is actually going to be complaining about this game, I just wanted to go over a little bit more in detail with its own separate video. So yeah, here it is, the grand reveal, the truth about Brawlhalla. It's not a good game right now. Now, don't get me wrong or anything, I'm not saying that I hate Brawlhalla and I'm gonna quit YouTube or do something else. No, I still love the game, I still think Brawlhalla is a great game, but objectively, the state that Brawlhalla is in right now is terrible. I've been playing this game for about 5 years now, and the only time that I've ever remembered it being worse than this was when Greatsword was released back in 2020, and it was like the only thing people could play at BCX, but that will never be topped. Nothing will ever be more broken than that was, but as far as anything else, this is the worst state Brawlhalla has ever been in. I mean, just to ramble off a few things that are just off the top of my head here, we have Sandstorm, who's kind of like retiring, you know, the greatest player in the game. You got weapon throws, which are OP, Axe is OP, Hammer is semi-OP, Lance is semi-OP, passive gameplay is like the optimal playstyle. It's just crazy right now. And even when BMG does come in to come and patch and balance things, I say that in quotes, because they never really balance it. I mean, look at the last balance, which was the first balance that we had in months. It was supposed to quote-unquote fix Axe or fix Hammer, but what did it do? Barely anything. In fact, there's some arguments out there that say Axe is now better because of the nerfs, which is just insane. And that's not to mention the weapons that weren't nerfed that really needed it, such as sword and bow, especially bow. That's been debatably the top 1 weapon for a while now, and BMG did nothing about it. And don't even get me started about how Lance was buffed, which definitely did not need a buff. Not necessarily a nerf either, but definitely not a buff if anything. So yeah, not exactly the best decisions as far as competitive and fair gameplay goes. And of course, all of that is just the weapons. I didn't go into weapon throwing or the passive playstyle, so weapon throwing, if you don't know, that's broken. Just take a look at this. This was the weapon throw distribution for the losers finals of the Winter's Championship, which just took place as I mentioned earlier. This was Sandstorm against Luna, and yeah, Luna was the one that did 14 weapon throws. And he was also playing Taros, just to put some salt in the wound. And yeah, Luna went on to get a 3-1 victory against Sandstorm, who is, you know, the best player there's ever been in Brawlhalla. He 3-1'd him with Taros. I mean, come on. It's especially sad because this is supposed to be Sandstorm's last tournament before his indefinite break / retirement, so that sucks. I mean, he even sent out a tweet saying that it's either first or nothing at all, and he got 3rd. So, that's terrible. And by the way, BMG, the whole reason that Sandstorm is taking this indefinite break / retirement is because of these reasons that I'm talking about in this video. So, if you haven't figured that out yet, the pro players are upset, and when you have your top earner who's leaving the scene because of it, maybe you should take some action. Anyways, the last major point is the passive playstyle. Oh my god. Have you guys seen this match between Llama and Experience? Look at this. Listen, I try my best not to throw shade at anyone on this channel, but Experience, listen dude, I have no respect for your playstyle. This was disgusting to watch, and quite frankly, I was pretty happy to see you lose. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting your skill or anything. I do think you're a good player, and I know that you have skill in the game, and I'm not challenging you to 1v1 or anything, because I know I'll get smacked, especially since you're playing Zol. However, the way you played was so boring to watch, and honestly disrespectful to Brawlhalla. Anyways, with all that said, it's hard to see why BMG hasn't changed anything. I mean, the heavy weapon meta has been around for a long time and hasn't been changed, so I'm not sure how we've even seen any action taken on their part here. By the way, if I haven't made this clear, I'm not trying to disrespect BMG here. I think BMG is a great company, I think they made a great game, I think they do good stuff. However, they've made some poor decisions and they really don't know how to balance a fighting game. So please, just listen to the community, not the golds on Twitter. They have no clue what they're talking about. Just stay away from Twitter. Listen to the pros. They know the meta inside and out. They honestly know it better than you do. So listen to them and put some experimental features in there, because that's what experimental is for. Experimental is there for you to experiment with different ideas. However, you barely use it. I mean, it's been a while since anything's come out in there besides the dodge changes that have been impactful to gameplay, so why don't you try things out? Maybe you'll find something that actually sticks, unlike the stupid heavy weapon meta. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. Like I said, I'm not quitting YouTube or anything. I'm still making videos. In fact, one's gonna be coming out this Friday. I kind of got off the schedule, but that's just because things happen, so sorry about that. Anyways, the TrippedUp Brawlhalla, it's a great game, but dang, it needs some fixing right now. So this is my call to action to you, BMG. Fix your game. Oh, quick note before I leave, if you're new here, I don't usually do these rant type of stuff. I usually do funny editing and good stuff like that. So if you want to see more of that, why don't you check out my channel? Maybe drop a like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Anyways, I'm out of here.